The Himalayas, one of the most important physiographic divisions of India, stretches over the northern border of India. It is geologically young and structurally old. It is originated due to the collision of the Eurasian plate and the Indo-Australian plate. That's why it is known as fold mountain system, as the sediments which were present in the Tethys Sea that got folded and Himalayas were created. It is a very high, that means most of its peaks are more than 8,000 meters in height. It is wider in the west and narrower in the east. That means in the west it is about 400 kilometer in width in Kashmir, which varies up to 150 kilometer in width in Arunachal Pradesh. It lies in between the Indus river system and the Brahmaputra river system. It has three distinct parallel ranges which we are going to discuss one by one. Starting with the northernmost range is known as Himadri or the inner Himalayas or the greater Himalayas. It is having an average height of 6,000 meters and its core is composed of granite. Its folds are asymmetrical in nature. This Himadri range of the Himalaya contains most of the important peaks of the world like Kanchenjunga, Makalu, Lhotse, Cho Oyu, Dhaulgiri, Manslu, Nanga Parbat, Annapurna. The highest mountain range of the world lies in Nepal, that is Mount Everest. Important passes like Sipkila and Jojila are located here, which are strategically very important from the defense purpose, and also it has been in use from the ancient period of time. Important glaciers like the Gangotri glacier, the Yamunotri glaciers are located here, from Gangotri glacier Ganga river is originating, from Yamunotri glacier Yamuna river is originating, which are two important rivers of India. These are perennial rivers because they are originating from the glaciers. And the middle range is known as the Himachal range, and it is also known as lesser Himalayas because the peaks, the height of these peaks are lesser in height than the Himadri. It is its height varies from 3,700 meter to 4,500 meter. Its important ranges like the Pir Panjal range in Kashmir, it is very important, remember this one. Then Dhauldhara range in Himachal and Mahabharat range in Nepal. These three are the prominent peaks. People think about the hill station, it is very famous for hill stations like the Nainital, the Mussoorie, Simla, Srinagar are located here. All of us will like to visit the hill stations during the summer vacations, and if you want to go to see the hill station, go to Himachal range. Then moving to the next one, this is the outermost range of the Himalayas, which is known as the Shivaliks or the outermost range. This range lies to the south of Himachal range, so southernmost range of the Himalayas. Its average height is about 900 meters to 1100 meters. And its width varies from 10 to 50 kilometers, and this is composed of highly unconsolidated sediments, as because the rivers which are originating from the northernmost range of the Himalayas, they are bringing always the alluvium and depositing here. That's why the soil which is getting deposited over this range, that is unconsolidated, it is not mature. That's why this is prone to landslide, and this range, it is covered with gravels and alluvium. In between lesser Himalaya and the Shivaliks. That means between Himachal range and Shivaliks, the longitudinal valleys which are located or which are lying, they are called as dunes, like Kotli Dune, Patli Dune, Dehradun. Some of you might have visited Dehradun. So these are the important dunes located there. So dunes means nothing but the longitudinal valleys which are located in between the lesser Himalayas and the outer Himalayas, means the Himachal range and the Shivalik range. So these three are very important, everybody must learn, and it may be the features or maybe the distinction, or maybe for one more question. This is very important. So dear children, learn the text and try to remember. Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye bye.